as her sister is up on the right-hand lane. This is her 6th frame. The match is all even through 6 frames.
You can see the consistency of Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. We're using our CAT system. That's computer-aided tracking system. And boy, the position on the lane very close. The speed almost identical.
Grabbed it. God darn it.
She said she grabbed it, Marshall. What's that mean, bud?
Well, at the bottom of the swing, she's trying to let the ball roll smoothly off her hand. That one, she sort of got a little extra wrist in, a little extra fingers. Ball rotated more. And these balls are so dynamic, they really adhere to the dry lanes.
Dang it, I grabbed it.
And with us in the announce booth, joining Marshall Holman and myself, is one of the great young players in the world, 2-time women's Masters champion, Deandra Asbady. Welcome, Deandra.
Hello, thank you, and thanks for having me. It's an honor to be between 2 legends here.
What do you think of the match so far, dear?
Well, it's close, and it could go either way right now.
Ballard needs to just forget about that last shot. In fact, after she left it, she said, that's okay. We'll just continue from here. Very positive mental attitude.
Right in between.
Yeah, half 10. Last time she solidates on lane 25. This time leaves a soft 10. The pin just doesn't quite get out of the flat gutter to knock it out. She'll go with her spare ball. Finds herself 14 pins behind at this point. The score is a little bit lower than we anticipated, Bo.
I agree. Well, Deandra, one of your good friends, Shannon O'Keefe, is kind of in the driver's seat right now, up 14 pins as she comes up in the 7th frame. But, the match is wide open. What do you expect out of Shannon here right at the end?
Shannon is, I don't know if you can get a stronger athlete. She is an unbelievable player, and she's tiny, but the energy that she translates to that ball from her body is fierce.
Yeah, she does have a lot of acceleration at the release point. Watch this.
Well, she really got a lot on that ball, and that ball's going high as well, leaving the 3 and the 6.
It's interesting to me to see the way that their balls are rolling. Carolyn's using a ball that's even and burning up a little bit sooner, and Shannon's using a ball that's storing more energy and popping at the back and storing a little bit too much energy on that shot.
And it's really hard to change with just 1 or 2 frames left in the match so close.
Important spare. All right, she covers it. We'll take a look at Deandra's stats from our computer-aided tracking system.
Or Shannon's stats.
Excuse me. That's right, Shannon's stats. Thank you, Deandra. I've got Deandra on my mind right now. For speed, very, very close. A little bit different with the position on the lane. Not quite as consistent as Dorin-Ballard.
Okay, 8th frame. She leads by 12. Wow.
She was pleading for that ball to stop hooking. It sat like she asked for it.
I asked Shannon how she prepared within these couple months that she had, and she said she had not put out the cheetah pattern at all to practice on. She didn't want any preconceived notions, whereas Carolyn had lots of bowling centers around Dallas put out the condition for her.
Well, it's good. 2 good schools of thought. I kind of go with Shannon. You got to adjust to what's happening there today. Now, up in the key 8th frame, trailing by 12, Carolyn Dorin-Ballard.
Boy, she really liked that ball off her hand.
Shot. That's all you can do.
Deandra looks like she moved a little bit farther left on the lane to cut down the hook and didn't really get a good break.
Yeah, I think she's making the right ball choices. That right lane seems to be pretty tricky.
You could see the ball coming in light. She liked it. You could hear her husband, Del Ballard. He's talking about the ball starting to burn up. It's hooking a little too soon, not having enough stored power at the back.
All right. Shot. Back on it.
Del, you were mentioning that ball's burning up a little bit, not storing enough energy to the back end. Does she need to be making a ball change now?
Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. She went through the same transition during the show the last time she bowled here. Today, I think they're burning up a little bit quicker. And normally she tries to trick it by pitching the ball out on the lane just a little bit. And whenever she grabbed it on the right lane and left the split, I think it was more of an over pitch more than just a grab, because she is trying to get the ball out on the lane to make it soar just a little bit more.
Well, thanks a lot.
In Lehman's turn, she's just trying to throw it down there a little bit harder to cut the hook down. She has 3 frames left.
Well, now's the time to get started.
Roll up. Yes.
So that was a good adjustment.
All right, a big frame for Shannon O'Keefe. She leads by 13. She knows that Ballard can perform in the 10th. This is the biggest shot of the match. Can extend her lead to 23, 9th frame, first semifinal match.
The lane she's come on high twice. Not this time. Look at that power. And you can see the way, just the want in her eyes.
Shannon knows how to throw them under pressure. I watched every single ball she threw to win that gold medal in Mexico, singles champion.
Watch the way, look at the intensity in her eyes. She lets that ball go, really puts a lot of authority through it.
It just sawed him in half, right, Marsh?
And she knew the importance of that frame. Now she's in a position where if she gets a good count in the mark and another good count, she can shut Dorin-Ballard out.
Or a strike is Lock City.
No, that's the best count.
Wow. She has a potential 234 unless she throws in the channel, Marshall. And you know what? We've seen it happen more than once. In fact, Ballard did that before. You know, she has the match won. Do you go down the middle? Hey, diddle, diddle down the middle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't think you mess around with 1, 2, or 3 board. I think you move in a little bit. You know you've got this match won. A little bit left, just a little bit. She comes in light. 9 count will be plenty for Shannon O'Keefe. Really kind of surprised that you know, Dorin-Ballard had a few shots where she didn't get out of it quite the way she wanted, and then really a lot of really bad carry.
Bradbury, solid 8, swishing 7-10, weak 10, and really both players pounded the pocket pretty well. 223. We'll be back after these commercial messages. Christine will chat with